I've killed a hell of a lot of people to get to this point. But I have only one more. The last one. The one I'm driving to right now. The only one left. And when I arrive at my destination, I am gonna kill Bill.
Welcome to the Make Movies Great Again podcast, the only show in the universe with the sole mission of destroying cynicism at the box office. Here are your hosts, Matt, Adam, and Sean.
Welcome to the Make Movies Great Again podcast, where we are destroying cynicism at the box office. My name is Matt Vieira.
I'm Adam Bernardino.
And I'm Sean.
Sean, Adam, what's going on?
I feel like I had a banner week this week as far as watching movies. So I'm ready. I'm ready to get right into this. I'm psyched about all the news we got.
Yeah, I got some new. I saw some new stuff, but I didn't see that much. But yeah, but there's a lot of news and there's a lot of trailers. We got to cover this episode. A lot of stuff happened.
It's gonna be a fun episode.
Yes, definitely. Remember to, if you're listening to this and you enjoy it, and even if you don't, our parting wish to you would be to go to our iTunes and leave a 5-star review. Even if you don't like it and this is the last time and you're tuning out now, go over and give us a 5-star review. But if you enjoy this, help us keep the lights on and go over to iTunes and give us a 5-star review. It's very simple. It takes 5 seconds, and it really helps us out. You can follow us on Twitter at Make Movies Great. We're on Instagram at Make Movies Great. We're on Facebook, all over the fucking place. So check us out. Follow us at all those places. Or else we're going to have to stop feeding Adam.
Why is that?
Because we're not going to have any money. You have to stop feeding
Sorry,
Adam.
You guys stopped feeding me last week.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry. Well, Sean's next, sorry. I'm the last to eat. So, for Movie Club this week, we had a guest listener suggest one on the Periscope before last week's episode. It was our buddy Derek, who, congratulations, Derek, is now engaged.
Whoa!
Yep. It was pretty cool. He got her the ring, but he also got her a Celtics jersey that says Mrs. Hewling on the back. And his last name is Hewling. Very presumptuous.
Very presumptuous.
Derek, congratulations. So Derek suggested for us to watch Baby's Day Out, the early '90s classic. So we did just that. So that's this week's movie club episode. It's gonna be, if you're listening to this, it's also up on our podcast page on iTunes. So check that out as well. And you're gonna have to check into that episode to find out next week's movie club pick. We already have it picked. We're not gonna tell you now though. You gotta go over to that episode and find out, or you can sign up for our mailing list, which is bit.ly/joinmovieclub.
Sorry, Matt.
No, go for it. What's up?
I was just saying it's the most exclusive mailing list on the internet.
Only 31 names. It's very exclusive.
There's a vetting process. It's very intense.
Yeah. Yep.
So if you sign up and you don't get kicked off, consider yourself exclusive.
It's like getting into the Roxbury.
Right. Right.
It's funny. My dad came over the other day and he's like, "I'm looking for a movie." I'm like, "Step into my office." So I brought him down here, and I was like, "I probably have it." And he's like, "No, it's a Roxbury." Got it. And I was like very nervous because usually like if like my dad would just be like, "Oh, well, why did I even come over here?" But
You got it.
I think just to see you, forget that. Okay, let's get into trailers of the week. So we got 6 trailers to talk about this week.
Good lord.
You guys ready? This is gonna be a marathon session.
All right.
First up, Suburbicon. Not directing debut, I think, but this is the
definitely not directing debut.
But I think this is the first Coen Brothers movie that was directed by someone other than the Coen Brothers. I could be talking out of my ass. But anyway, Suburbicon, directed by George Clooney.
Yeah.
Who's a mainstay, actually, in Coen Brothers movies anyway.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, like, to what degree do we count that? Like, did the Coen brothers work on another movie that wasn't directed by them? Or was this,
Sure.
This movie is written by them. Is that correct?
Yes, it's written by
So
written and
it's like
produced.
their baby.
Yes.
And they're handing it off to the one and only George Clooney, who's going through some hard times right now. I mean, he started a tequila company, he just sold it for $1 billion. I mean,
he's newly married. He has twins now.
right.
Of course, he has twin boys.
Yeah.
Of course he has twin. Like, you know, he just sold his tequila company. It must be tough for him.
I like to, in the words of I can't remember who said it, but I like to see somebody like that catch a break once in a while.
Are you trying to pass your own words of wisdom as ancient history, Sean?
Yes, I am. That's not for this show, Matt. That's average nobody.
I'm sorry.
Stepping on anybody's toes.
So anyway, Suburbicon stars Matt Damon. It looks like he gets tangled up with the mob. There's a lot of punching people in the face.
Matt Damon.
It's also a period piece.
Fuck
Looks like.
Matt
Wait, you don't like Matt Damon either?
No, he tried to kill Leo. He did kill Leo in The Departed.
Yeah. I guess. But this isn't the same thing as your hate for Billy Crystal, which I still don't understand.
This is so absurd. How can you like Ben Affleck but not like Matt Damon?
I just don't like Matt Damon.
Bullshit.
He's smug.
Wait,
bullshit. You didn't like The Martian?
I was going to say that. You didn't like The Martian?
I did like The Martian.
All right, then. He is literally The Martian. By the transitive property, you like Matt Damon.
Only a little bit.
So Matt Damon gets messed up and tangled with the mob. You have who else is in it? I would say Julianne Moore is in it. It's a period piece. It looks like the 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty good. It's very Coen Brothers. So I'm interested to see where Clooney takes his what his brand on it is. You know what I mean? Like it looks very Coen Brothers, but I'm interested to see where he differs. And honestly, it could be very similar because, like I said, he's a mainstay on Coen Brothers movies. Yeah, so he could just be like, the Coen Brothers could have wiped rubbed off on him a lot.
I'm sure there's a lot of talking going on too between the parties.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I'm sure that they're on set. Mm-hmm. Adam, what do you got? Do you have anything to add about Suburbicon?
No, I'm not sure if this came through before, but Oscar Isaac is in it too, and I'm a big fan of his. So yes. I'm excited to see him play a mobster tough guy, but in Coen Brothers fashion.
Yes, right. Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah. Next up is Brad Status. This is a new movie starring Ben Stiller. This is actually an Amazon movie, so we're starting to see
Ben Stiller and Ron from The Walking Dead.
Oh, that's right. That's the other thing he's in.
Who is that?
Who is he from Walking Dead?
Ron, that
fucking dickhole who
he shot Carl in the face.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that guy.
Yeah. He's also the Carver from Silicon Valley. If anybody watches that, he's like a guy that the Silicon Valley team brought in to code or do something in their company. He's like this prodigy coder, but he ended up being a fraud. Spoiler alert. So Brad Status. This looks like, honestly, this is like a gear shift for normal Ben Stiller movies. This is like he's finally the dad role. This is the first time I think we've seen him in a dad role.
Yeah, I feel like he does try to do these like super deep roles.
Like Walter Mitty?
Yeah.
Like Walter Mitty. I think Walter Mitty was the turning point.
Yeah.
I think now. Well, he lost his mom a year and a half ago, and I think he was in an interview. He was saying it kind of is changing how he's selecting his movies going forward.
Naturally.
No.
And that's interesting, but I have a hard time. I was watching this, and I'm like, all his friends are being successful, and it's yeah, but I don't feel bad for him. He's Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
I'm having kind of
hard to relate.
Yeah,
it's hard to relate.
You know what I mean? It's not maybe if it was somebody I didn't know, nor as well, maybe I might feel that way. But it's and then I'm looking at Ben Stiller, and he's trying to make me feel bad for him. I know I'm not separating the two worlds, but so.
Yeah. And so Luke Wilson is in it. He plays one of his friends. What's the guy's name for Flight of the Conchords?
Oh, Jermaine.
Yes. Anyway, he's in it. Jenna Fisher is his wife. His son is the guy who shot Carl in the eye. So yeah, it looks like, I don't know. It looks like one of Ben Stiller's new style movies.
Right.
I'm into it because I like the stuff that Amazon has been putting out in Netflix. Yeah. So I always want to see those movies succeed because I like it. It's moving towards the future of what films and where entertainment comes from. So
right. I agree.
I like it. Speaking of
the future.
Sharknado 5, Global Swarming. Ryan actually did a hilarious blog on this on Average Nobodies. We do trailer alerts on AverageNobodies.com. And
love them. Must catch the trailer alert with Nobodies.
So Ryan did one on this. He's actually seen all 5. He'll see this one as well.
I've never seen any.
I saw bits and pieces, I think, of 1 or 2. I don't, but these movies are so ridiculous. They're total just they're just for like.
I mean, it's
absolute entertainment pleasure purposes. They're like
they're tonally aware and that
totally
they know what they are.
Yeah, totally self-aware. Yeah. So I actually kind of appreciate stuff like this. It's amazing that studios keep giving them the money to make this stuff. Because at what point does this not become not funny anymore?
I mean, isn't that amazing though? It's like this is shit, but it's making money. Like I remember like being like Twitter. Like a Twitter meetup for the last one where everybody was like, all right, it's coming on TV or whatever, and they're going to watch it, and everybody, and it blew up Twitter. It's like, it's amazing to see that they're like, it really is about money.
Yeah. If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I think that this movie.
That was clever as fuck. Is that yours?
No, I heard that somewhere. I'm glad. I should have went with it.
It's really
good. So this movie, I think, falls into a new genre of, like a new revenue stream for studios. You have like the big Hollywood blockbusters. They make a lot of money because people show up to the theaters and pay dollars. They buy toys. You have other ones that are like, these are the art house movies, and they go around to like, and then they win an Oscar, and then they make a lot of money maybe on the second movie. You know what I mean? Right. With this one, I think, like going off what you said, Sean, this is a movie where it's I can't believe I'm going to say this. Sharknado 5 Global Swarming is appointment television.
It is.
This is a TV movie, and people are going to be all over Twitter. That means all the social media ads are going to be flying for Sharknado. Yep. People using the hashtag Sharknado5, whatever the clever shit they come up with the hashtag. They did it for the last one. That's how so it's these movies, these type of appointment television movies that people are going to rally around. It's going to be a social media phenomenon. So I don't know what it's to say about the trailer. It's absolutely absurd. And then at the end they teased Sharkzilla. Like a bunch of sharks forming together to make one large shark called Sharkzilla. And I feel like they're getting away from the physics of a tornado now, and they're just doing whatever the fuck they want.
No, it's not Sharknado. It's just Sharkzilla now. Man.
Sharkzilla. All the sharks they're like ants. They all attach onto each other. Oh my god.
Do you guys ever watch those movies, Tremors?
Yes.
Those are incredible.
They're making another one.
Are they?
Kevin Bacon's on board.
Oh.
The bar down the road, the Fahrenheit 516. Every time I went in there, they had a different Tremors on the TV behind the bar.
Those are great.
Yeah, so Sharknado 5 Global Swarming. Check out the trailer if you haven't already. We have a new trailer for it. It's a little bit longer, and it gets a little bit more into the story of the movie versus just like the kind of like teasers, hype reels we've had before. Right. It looks really good.
A lot of the clown in this one.
Yeah, you do. It looks really...
You see really a lot of the clown in this one? Yeah. Okay, so I actually didn't see this one because I saw the newer, like maybe has it been 3 then?
I guess technically this is the third one. There's been a teaser, and then there was the first trailer, then this one.
All right, so I've seen the teaser and the first trailer. I don't know if I'll watch the third one just because Adam just said there's more clowns.
I don't think if I would avoid it. You don't need to. You already know what this movie's about.
Yeah.
You don't.
I guess that's true. I have seen the original, so who gives a shit? But
you know what this movie's about. You don't have to see it. But this is a different. It looks beautiful. It looks very, very well shot.
Yeah. Who's directing it? Do we know?
I don't know who's directing it. I have to look it up. But anyway.
But I can't wait to see this.
Me too. I'm super excited for this. I wrote a blog about it. Wasn't super excited when they first announced they were doing an It remake. I feel like it was something that didn't need to be done, and also it was something I knew that there was going to be backlash in like the horror film community about, which is a very strong community online, especially. But it looks good.
Originality,
and I think that I know. I think they're doing it justice. There's no originality. Look at Sharknado.
Yeah. Have you seen that before? I might could be convinced to see this movie.
Oh no, Adam, you're seeing it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see it.
I have Adam, have you seen the first one?
No.
Oh wow, so you're in the dark.
Yeah.
Who's the Tim? Who's the Tim? He's the bellhop from
Tim
from Home Alone.
Yeah, Tim.
And also Hook, not Hook. Yeah, Hook.
Adam,
Tim Robbins. No, not Tim Robbins. Tim. Fuck. What is his name?
Tim?
Yes, Tim.
Can we name this episode Tim?
Tim Curry. Tim
Curry.
Tim Chiru.
We said Tim. Tim's starting to devolve as a word into something that sounds ridiculous for me. Tim.
It's like the Tim Tam, like the cookie. Okay.
I'm like, as hopefully our viewers know, I'm not the biggest scary movie guy, but I'm like slowly breaking into it, and I'm just interested in this movie. I'm like, wow, this movie looks good. Like Matt, you said it. Like it looks like it's well shot, and the score is crazy.
Yes.
And Sean, like I agree with Matt. Like you don't see the new trailer. I feel like this new trailer softened up the clown for me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Softened it up for me.
So that's good for you.
Yeah.
So that was okay. I'm sure it gets much worse in the actual movie, but there's a part in the trailer where the small boy that I'm assuming goes missing, Georgie.
Yeah.
He's like saying, "You'll float too. You'll float too," and it gets creepier and creepier. It's fucking scary.
It's scary. Adam, I'm so happy you're coming around to horror movies. I feel like this is like how I'm gonna feel like when my future son like is old enough to hold like an Xbox controller and I can like start introducing him to video games. Adam, I can't wait until you're like deep into horror and I can show you some shit. We'll screen some shit.
Say this. I'm a long way to go from seeing the Evil Dead.
Baby steps.
Now, if you see it, I think you're there.
If you see it, you'd see Evil Dead, no problem.
Yeah.
The Exorcism movies are a different story.
You saw the original It, right, Matt?
Yes.
So you remember like the final twist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if that's going to be what happens here or if they're going to take it in a different direction.
Very curious.
Yeah, me too.
Very curious.
So, no spoilers here.
No spoilers.
I kind of like that I have no idea. You know what I mean? All I know is that there's this clown in the sewers and he's taking people.
You'll either love it or you will hate it. I feel like that was the initial reaction to the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right, well, it's a big maybe for me right now. Although the last time we did this, we talked about it on the show. Remember how horrified I was when we saw The Last Exorcism? I told you I could recite exactly what happens in that movie, and you guys were like, I don't remember any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, honestly, I remember it was good when I saw it, but now it's just white noise. Like I feel like I don't remember really much of it.
No, I lost many nights for that movie.
I think one of the best demonic movies like that recently was the most recent Omen movie that came out in 2006. It came out in 6606.
6606, yeah, that was good.
That was a good demonic horror movie. Anyway, we're going on a rabbit hole.
Yeah, sorry.
The Vault, starring James Franco, starring Taron
Manning.
Taron Manning, yeah.
So keeping with the creepy, this was kind of out of left field creepy.
I didn't know this was gonna go like this.
I thought we were looking at Inside Man or Inside Job, whatever that movie was,
with
or
Clive Owen.
like a vault heist. Obviously, the vault, like a heist. All of a sudden, they live in the basement. Who that felt so out of nowhere for me.
So now, obviously, from the trailer. Sorry, Adam. So from the trailer. I'm assuming that James Franco sent them down there because he knows that there's something fucking creepy going on and that's not where the actual money is, right?
I mean, in my mind, this was his last-ditch security system.
Yeah.
He's like, if heist people come in here, I'm going to send them down to the cannibals that I have in the basement that I keep in the vault. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like to me right now. I'm so interested to see where it turns out.
Yeah.
This movie wasn't even on my radar. I had no idea it was coming out, let alone what it was about. So I agree with you, Sean. I was pleasantly surprised by this, and I'd like to see this movie. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters, but I'd like to see it eventually. Right. And I noticed the director of this movie is the same director as The Signal. Are you guys familiar with that movie?
You told me about that. I have not seen it, though.
Okay, so remember when we were down at the beach house a few years ago and we were watching Bad Words and we all had a bunch of pot brownies?
Yes.
And we saw a trailer for this sci-fi movie and we were super into it, and it was for The Signal, and I watched it and I really enjoyed it, and there's a big old there's a big twist in the middle and then a big old twist at the end. No, there's two twists in the middle and then a big old twist at the end. So I'm hoping that sort of that same thing happens with this movie, The Vault, which is exciting.
Who was in Signals? Not to get off track.
Lawrence Fishburne was in it, and Brandon Thwaites, I think is his name.
Anyway,
he was the kid in the new Pirates movie.
Oh right, yes, okay.
Also, side note, James Franco is all over the place.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Franco fan personally.
I don't like most of his stuff. I was just telling Sean there's that movie, The Disaster Artist, coming out that I really want to see, but I like him in this is the end.
I like funny James Franco.
Yes, this is the end, Franco. That way above. I didn't even really. This is going to be a very unpopular opinion. I didn't really like him in Pineapple Express.
Whoa, we're done.
We're done. I'm sorry.
I didn't really like that movie.
I like Pineapple Express. What? I think Seth Rogen carries it.
I'm hanging up.
I'm sorry. I wasn't a big fan of him in that movie.
I didn't like that movie, really.
Really?
Oh my God, you guys are breaking my heart.
No, I mean, I get it. It was funny, but like, I was like, I'm not. Maybe it was like.
My problem with James Franco is I don't believe him as the funny stoner.
Yeah.
I believe Seth Rogen as it, but I don't think James Franco is that person. And I understand acting as being someone else, but
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know.
So do you think they would have been better off if they switched roles?
Ooh, no, because Seth Rogen's character in that movie was a huge stoner. I feel like I feel like he wasn't like the drug dealer, but no, I don't know. I mean, I didn't hate the movie, but I liked Seth Rogen. But anyway,
You guys know how I feel about Seth Rogen's voice.
I know. Yeah, you don't like Seth Rogen at all, huh?
I
like Seth Rogen.
I like the
a lot.
idea of Seth Rogen.
I remember one time I was pitching you a movie idea I had, and I was like, picture the main character being like Seth Rogen. And you're like, that's it, I'm out. I could tell in your eyes rolled into the back of your head, and you were out.
I don't know. You know what I think it is, though? I don't like my recorded voice, and I think I sound too much like him.
You think so?
Like when that's obviously.
So you're kind of like hitting that some frequency that
it may not even be true, but to me, it sounds like that. And that, oh my God! I feel like that's, and again, it may be delusional, but still, like I think it's like more some self-hatred more than my own hatred towards.
Okay, fair enough. So anyway, James Franco, The Vault. It looks fucking creepy as fuck. Didn't expect that from starting the trailer. I just watched it before we started.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that.
I'm excited for that one.
But yeah, like you said, Adam, not on the radar at all, but now I want to see it.
Also, Clifton Collins Jr. looks like he plays the police person in this movie.
Who is that?
Very underrated actor. If you look him up, you'll recognize him in a ton of things.
Clifton Collins Jr.?
Oh, he's in Pacific Rim. He's the Elvis sideburns in Pacific Rim.
Ah, yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yep. Got him. He's the guy that sits in the traffic control thing and like
fixes
he's the guy
in the chair.
Yeah, he's the guy. He's the guy.
We can't go an episode without talking about Pacific Rim.
He's the guy in the chair. You said that about Fast and Furious, and last week we didn't talk about Fast and Furious.
Now we're an episode and a half in, and you just broke it. So there
Fast and Furious, baby. Okay, last on our long trailer list is the Snowman.
This looks awesome.
I'm psyched about this. I know I've mentioned on the podcast a ton of times. I read this book last year when I found out my boyfriend Michael Fassbender was going to be in it, and I loved the book. This is one of my favorite books. I like this book so much that I've read the story centers around a police detective in Oslo, Norway named Harry Hole, and
wait, Adam, you want to tell that story?
Huh?
About Harry Hole?
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. So I read this book. Well, I like this book so much that this is like the 7th in the 11 Harry Hole novels. And so I went back and I read the first one, the second one, and now I have like 30 pages left in the third one. And I plan on reading all of them eventually. But so I saw the trailer for The Snowman and I was so psyched about it. I went to like read some reviews and I found out that I was saying it Harry Hole the whole time. Three and a half books later, I found out it's pronounced Hole, but
wait, what were you saying?
H-O-L-E.
You were saying Harry Hole.
Oh.
It's Hole.
Yeah.
Is there not an accent on it?
Not in the book, no.
I do that all. I can't imagine how many books I've read that all the characters' names are going to be wrong. I'm probably going to see Ready Player One next year, and I'm going to be like, "What the fuck is all these? What are these characters' names?"
Oh, one of my favorites all time though is Hermione.
Yeah.
Granger.
Yeah.
I always thought it was like Hermione. So when I'm reading the books, it's like Hermione.
Hermione.
Oh wait, that's tough though because like
It's
Oslo. So is it Norwegian? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so they don't have accents like that. Like if you have the accent over the E, like I kind of get it, but that's tough to just read the word hole, which is an English word, and try to pronounce it hole or ole or whatever.
So, anyways, I'm excited about this movie. I think it's got a really strong cast. The music in the trailer was spot on. The scenery and where it was filmed in Norway, so like the scenery and the sets and everything looked beautiful.
Looks really good.
And then Michael Fassbender's in it, so I'm sure he's gonna put on a fucking clinic. What did you guys think of this one?
It looks fucking creepy as fuck. I'm into it.
I'm
really
excited
into
about it. I mean, The snowball hitting the window.
Yes. Yeah.
That's like a really cool like thing that has happened in everybody's life. At least people who live above a certain latitude.
Yeah.
But now they're gonna make it creepy.
Yeah.
And like that, I find a lot of fun. Like when they can make some ordinary thing in
that
life
everybody relates to.
creepy.
Yeah. Yep.
And like that's
Right, like they're making snowmen and snowballs scary.
right.
Yeah. Which I thought Jack Frost already did that, but
Yeah.
wait, there's also another horror movie with I'm not gonna go down that hole. Harry, I'm not gonna go down that hole A. Like that.
Yes.
So the Snowman, and any fucking trailer that shows a bear trap makes me cringe, or any movie with a bear trap makes me
traps for
fucking
you?
cringe.
Yeah.
That seems like the worst thing ever.
Is it?
I would kill myself.
So
I would
for me-
open the trailer. I would open the trap again and put my head in it and be like, done.
Wait till you see the weapon that is used
Ah,
in the movie.
Bear trap arms.
fuck that. Oh my god,
It-
a bear
it-
trap gun.
What the snowman uses.
Oh fuck.
So I don't like
Ice
things
pick.
around my wrists, but your ankles, huh?
That would seem terrible. Now picture Ray throwing a fastball from third base and hit me in the shin. Did not like that at all.
Is that what happened?
I went into shock. I couldn't feel it. All right. So
That wraps it up for the trailers.
that wraps up a trailer. I have a guess that line section, but I did not prepare for that. We have this nice book though that has a lot of movie quotes. I started going through it, and I had to flip through like 30 pages before I got one.
Really?
So I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board. They're very difficult.
See, but I thought it was hard to do the guess that movie tagline.
Yeah.
And you guys got 50. 3
So
out of
I'll
6.
have to compile a few next week. I think what we should do though is I think that to get people involved out there, I think what I should do is we'll do like 4 or 5 of them, and then we'll put 3 out there to the world and see if people can hit us up on Twitter and answer and find the answer to them without looking on Google. You fucking cheats! All right.
Yeah,
So
stop it.
that's what we're gonna do. I'm already
Stop it.
calling you out, and we haven't even did anything. We haven't even signed anything yet. All right, up next.
Is this good or bad?
Is this good or bad? The section of the show where we find some movie news and we decide whether is this good or is it bad. This was very bad for my blood pressure this week. So earlier in the week, or late last week, me and Adam almost fell out of our desk chairs. I don't know if you did. I almost did.
I saw was it a tweet or a text?
It was Adam sent me a Instagram post saying that Ben Affleck has signed on with Matt Reeves for 3 Batman movies, including the Batman, a trilogy, and also rolling into a Batman Beyond movies. Batman Beyond movie.
I looked at it and I was like, meh.
You weren't excited by that?
Nah.
Adam.
Oh my god.
Bro, I moved on from Batman.
Adam's already hung up on this call 3 times.
I don't know why I keep doing this.
Listen, you have no idea how I was excited. I was like, these fucking people right in their face. Ben Affleck's he's going to be the best Batman. He's going to go down as the best Batman of all time.
Dancing all over every
Oh my God.
grave that it was Affleck.
There's hilarious tweets. What was it, text? If we go back to our text, Adams, it must be hilarious. We should post it on Twitter, because Adam's like, we're going to dance on their graves, and I put a gif up with the skeletons jumping around. So this would have been fucking awesome, but apparently it was a hoax. It came out of this should have been a red flag, but of course the actual source was buried because so many little outlets picked it up. But apparently it came out of this South African website, and the writer was Edward Nygma.
Ah, the Enigma.
Yeah.
The Riddler, right?
The Riddler.
The
So,
Riddler.
so I think it was a hoax. It's being confirmed that it's a hoax, and no one else. We started getting worried with the next day. Adam was like, "No big outlets are picking this up."
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, is this good or bad? In a perfect world, where there's smoke, there's fire, and this is actually happening. Is this good or bad for the Batman? I think Adam and I have our answers, but Sean, I'm gonna put this to you. Is this good or bad for the Batman?
So going with my initial reaction, I have to say it's kind of doesn't matter.
I think it does matter.
See, okay, so obviously you do, but I'm just I don't really care. I
So-
don't know. I need to move on from Batman. I need more Flash, Wonder Woman,
Sure.
other Justice League.
But I think in order to get that, I think you need a Batman in the universe. Now, Ben Affleck being flaky, that's bad. That's bad for business.
Okay, so from that side, yeah, absolutely Ben Affleck.
I need
being
Ben Affleck
flaky.
locked in because
Wait, are you asking me, is the hoax bad?
No, I mean, I think we're just going with the hoax, but now I want to. I mean, obviously the hoax is. I don't care about it being a hoax. Shit comes out like that. It's the internet. It's the fucking internet. Nothing's real.
Yeah.
But, I want to know: is this good or bad? Like,
so should there be a Batfleck trilogy?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my question: is Batman vs Superman a Batman movie or a Superman movie? So is that the first?
I think it's neither.
Neither.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's. I don't know. I don't think it counts as a Batman movie.
Because my question is, do we have Batman vs Superman and then also 3 more movies, or is that the first of the trilogy?
It was from
and then 2 more?
From what this report was saying, it was going to be starting with the Batman, like the noir, like detective Batman they're working on right now with Matt Reeves. That was going to be like Batman Begins.
That's happening.
That's happening.
And where does that take place in the timeline?
That I don't know, Adam. Do you know anything about the timeline of that?
I do not know what the timeline will be for that movie.
It's coming out in between Justice League 1 and 2.
Yeah.
The actual world timeline. But
timeline.
I'm wondering when it occurs in that.
No, you're right, and it could happen. It could happen before the events of Justice League. It could happen. I don't know, but
I don't know. I look. I'm not going to turn down. I don't want to say it's bad. I'm going to watch them, but I'm just like I really need the DC EU to really ride the Wonder Woman wave.
It has to. That's what it's riding right now.
I mean, I need it to happen. Otherwise, because I'm bought in on the Marvel, but like DCEU, when I see new things come out for that, and I'm just like, nah.
Yeah.
Like I need Aquaman to be good. I need them to like string a couple hits together.
They definitely need. I think it needs to start. Well, it started with Wonder Woman. I think it needs to continue with Justice League.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to get at here is this good or bad? I still don't like how uncertain we are about Ben Affleck's future. Like, there's so much shit swirling around about how he like didn't want to be the Batman. Then he came out and was like, "No, I love being the Batman," but yet there's not really talk about the future beyond the Batman movie. Like, he started off as the writer, director, actor. Then he was just the director, actor. Yeah. Now he's just the actor, and his whole shit's getting rewritten. So, I don't know. But
is it the end of the world if he gets? Is it the end of the world if he gets recast?
No, I don't think it's the end of the world, but I think they need to do it correctly. We talked about this last week. Like, is someone else in the Bat family going to step up and take the helm of Batman? Is there just going to be another Batman? Is they just going to do like a hot swap?
Right.
Like, you guys, Ben Affleck, who? Like, now it's Channing Tatum as Batman.
Yeah. Somebody with a strong jaw. Get him in here. Adam Bernardino.
Who? Okay. Hey, he's already playing Logan.
John.
Come on.
It's your Adam.
He's already Thanks, Sean.
I'll take it where he gets it.
All right, let's get into movie news.
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world tonight.
So, a new piece of concept artwork from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 provides the best look yet at Adam Warlock's Cocoon. Sean, I'm sorry, but we talked about this. You're okay with this?
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Because Sean hasn't seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 yet. Freelance concept artist Ian Joyner has given fans their best look at the Cocoon to date by revealing some concept art he did for the movie. So
this was in the first Guardians Galaxy.
No.
You can't. You can see the Cocoon.
Wait, is it? But
you can see a Cocoon in the Collector's.
So yes, they believe. Yeah, people believe that it was in the Collector's collection, but I don't know if that's a confirmed fact because I don't know.
You're right. You're
Adam,
what
do you think about that?
I had no idea that there was even a theory that it was in the first movie.
Yeah.
So it's like afterwards when he's like, it's been blown up, and he's like, and Harold the Duck is there.
Yes.
You can
and
like
the dog.
see a Cocoon in the background. Some detective found it. I mean, it's a stretch, but
I guess we have to figure out how it got from.
Also, it doesn't matter. It's there. It's not.
No, yeah, it doesn't matter. But so it shows up, and I don't even know the people's names, the race names. Who are the Adam? You saw Guardians too?
Yeah.
Who are those people? The gold people.
I don't know what they were.
Anyway, they have. She has this cocoon, and she's like. It almost seems like they made Adam Warlock in this cocoon. So, but they only show it quick in the one of 5 post-credit trailer scenes. So they only show it quick. But this photo, so if you look for it online, you can see an up-close picture of it.
Right.
And it looks pretty cool. Also, I was reading the same article on Screen Rant. He's confirmed to not be showing up in Infinity War. Now, I don't know if that means both Infinity War movies
No, it
We
can't
don't
be,
know
right?
what the- we
Because
don't
they
know
changed the second one. They changed the second title, so it's not Infinity War Part 2.
But they haven't. It's just right now. It's Avengers 4, so we don't know. Yeah,
Right.
we don't know. But anyway, so maybe he shows up in the second one. But I gotta assume his.
Oh, there was that report that that this title for Avengers 4 will be a spoiler for Infinity War.
Right, that's what I was saying.
Oh, that's
So-
right. Yes.
So
yes.
it's not qualified.
Yeah.
Adam, do you know about Adam Warlock?
This is what I want you to tell this. Like, I don't know anything about Adam Warlock.
No.
So
you, Sean?
Only because my dad followed 2 comic series growing up. One was Spider-Man, the other one was Adam Warlock. And whenever I bring these up to my dad, he's like, "Oh, I only know Adam Warlock." I'm like, "Oh, tell me about him." He has the Soul Gem. It's literally his power. So we're sitting here thinking, "Oh, does Heimdall have the Soul Gem?" Yada yada yada. But if they're going to incorporate Warlock into the Marvel universe, it can. I put all my money on it. The fact that Adam Warlock has it, it's like in his forehead or something.
Like Vision?
Kind of like Vision, I guess. I don't know the way my father describes it. I can't remember, but he had all his comic books stolen, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
By who?
I don't know. How the fuck do I know?
I don't know.
If he knew, you think it'd be stolen?
I didn't know if they got stolen and they had been. How long ago was this? That they got stolen?
Oh, I was not even born yet.
Oh, that sucks.
He was moving them. They were all in his truck, the back bed. He had like the turtle shell on top, but he left it unlocked. Somebody went and stole. He said he had hundreds of Spider-Man, all kinds of comics.
I bet a bunch of those are worth some money too.
Oh yeah, and
Fuck.
Anyways, but Adam Warlock's interesting because he has a Soul Gem and he can defeat his enemies that way. But when he defeats his enemies with the Soul Gem, he absorbs their soul, and it makes him more evil. So he tries not to defeat his enemies with the Soul Gem to prevent that from happening. The twist is his future evil self is constantly throwing bad guys at him that he cannot defeat without the Soul Gem. So he has to use the Soul Gem, thus becoming
self-fulfilling prophecy.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Prophecy, yeah.
It's really interesting. So
I feel like this guy needs his own movie.
Well, yeah, and I was talking to Matt about it, and Matt said, "Well, how does he do that? Does he have the time? Was it a time stone? Is that
whatever
time
the
gem?
thing that Doctor Strange has is the time stone.
The Eye of Agamotto.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah.
What is it?
Eye of Agamotto or something like that. Agamotto.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways, so I don't know. Maybe he does. I know sometimes he's pictured with having the full gauntlet. Like Warlock has had the full.
Powers.
He's had all the Infinity Gem. So like, is he a villain?
I don't know. That's interesting.
Is Thanos not? Does Thanos not see Warlock coming and he becomes the ultimate villain?
I'll tell you what. I wouldn't be shocked if they pull a bait and switch and with like Thanos being like the big bad, right? Obviously, still, but maybe like
there's a puppet master.
Maybe Adam Warlock's the guy that like kills a lot of the Avengers off.
Maybe
that'd be interesting.
Could be interesting because he's supposed to be a hero, but he's like, along with what I like in heroes, he's a flawed hero.
Sure.
Like there's an issue with him, and he has to overcome it.
Very good.
So it could be fun. Anyways, moving on. Should we move on?
Yeah. So speaking of Avengers, Josh Brolin is heading back for more Thanos.
Oh, so you're telling? Spoiler. He's in Avengers 4.
Yeah.
Okay. But they won't give us the fucking title.
They won't give us the title.
Okay, but Thanos is in it.
I think we kind of knew he was going to be in it. I guess that didn't even register for me.
I guess we did. But like,
yeah,
they're like changing titles because they don't want to give a spoiler, but they'll tell us that Josh Brolin's in the next one.
Yeah, well, maybe that's why I think maybe it's something totally different that has nothing to do with Thanos, has nothing to do with Warlock, maybe.
Maybe
I don't know. So anyway, we haven't seen Thanos on screen since the end of Avengers Ultron. The post-credit scene where he's like, "If you want, I gotta do it myself." Or what was the line, Adam? I gotta do it myself.
Yeah, I guess I'll do it myself.
Sure. So anyway, so the person who wrote this article, this was on Variety, said that with him wrapping shooting Avengers Infinity War last month, the third one, and he's starting up on the next one soon, it's gonna be less than 3 months in between the break between Avengers 3 and 4.
Oh yeah, they're pumping those out.
Which is crazy to me. How quickly is the fourth Avengers movie coming out after this? Do they have an actual hard release date for the second one? The fourth one?
I had just, when I saw that news, I had just assumed that they would be a summer apart. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be nuts if like one came out and then like a month later the other one came out?
Maybe like the Matrix 2 and 3.
Is that how they did that?
What?
I don't remember that.
The Matrix Reloaded and the Matrix Revolutions came out a few months apart.
Really?
Nah, prove it.
I will you guys keep talking and I will find something.
Anyway, so obviously we know that Brolin is also right now he's filming or he just wrapped filming Cable in Deadpool 2.
Right.
So, but
are they the same universe?
No,
yeah, it's both
Fox
Marvel, but it's
Marvel.
different studios. Yeah.
But Deadpool's not in the you're not
gonna
in the
find
X-Men universe.
Yes, exactly. Kind of.
So Marvel is
he's not even really in the X-Men universe right now.
He's in his own.
He's like right now in his own. Yeah. It's funny they make jokes you saw Deadpool, right?
Yeah,
he makes jokes. He's like couldn't afford that many X-Men. The studio could only afford Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Anyway, speaking of Deadpool, Rob Liefeld, who actually he was one of the people that created Deadpool. He gave a comparison to what Deadpool 2 is going to be like, and he compares it to Rush Hour. Like
That's
the
awesome.
comedy standard of Rush Hour.
Wow.
So picture like Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, and then you have Deadpool and Cable. Like
wow.
that's gonna be funny.
That's
And
cool.
I'm sure the writing will be on point.
Yeah,
and whatever. But I think that I'm really excited for this. I'm really I can't wait. That trailer. I don't know when that trailer comes, but I gotta assume maybe like around when Justice League hits theaters.
New York Comic Con, whenever New York Comic Con is.
That they said that.
I'm almost positive I saw that somewhere.
And that's obviously after Boston Comic Con. That's next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
So did you guys see that photo that Ryan Reynolds tweeted out today of Zazie Beetz as Domino?
No, I didn't.
So you remember that first of all, the best marketing team in the biz, the Deadpool marketing team, they crushed it last year to get that movie promoted, and they released one of the first images they released of Ryan Reynolds in the costume. He was like posing on a bearskin rug by a fireplace. Well, this one is Zazie Beetz dressed as Domino, posing by the fireplace, but instead of a bearskin rug, she's posing on a Deadpool skin rug.
I'm looking at it right now, Sean. You want to see it?
Yeah, that was it.
Dude, she looks awesome as Domino.
Yeah, she's gonna be awesome. She's in she is in Atlanta.
Yeah. So is Domino a villain or is Domino a hero?
Another anti-hero like Deadpool.
And like Cable, I guess, kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
I fucking love that Cable is in an alternate reality. He's It's Jean Grey and Cyclops' kid, and he comes back in time. He's from the future. Right? Isn't that the story with Cable?
Kid. I know he's Cyclops' kid. I don't know who the mother is.
I thought it was Jean Grey.
Madeline, Jean Grey's clone.
Oh, okay.
Madeline Pryor.
Okay.
Also, side note, Matrix Reloaded, release date May 15th, 2003. Matrix Revolutions, November 5th, 2003.
Wow, I did not know that.
That's not enough time.
That.
That's crazy.
That's like a crazy small amount of time.
That's what needs to happen with Avengers 3 and 4. I need a spring release. Wait, when is 3 coming out? Do we know that? Hold on.
Ooh, I don't know.
3 release date. This makes for great radio. I'm looking it up. I'm just keep talking. May 4th, 2018. So less than a year, we'll see Avengers Infinity War.
And then,
Okay, here we go.
but there's no Avengers 4 release date.
Let's see. May 3rd, 2019.
So
Fuck!
a
A year. God damn it.
There's so much post-production and all that shit.
Yeah. What is wrong with these? I need a trailer for Avengers.
This is
It's ass time
ridiculous.
we haven't gotten a trailer yet.
It's out there somewhere.
Not with Thor.
Wait, what?
It'll probably come out with Thor.
I guess,
Like,
but you don't think it's gonna hit the internet before then? I can't wait that long.
I don't know. Me neither, man.
When's Thor come out?
November.
Yeah.
I could die before then.
Seriously, Marvel, what are you doing to me? Already with this Ben Affleck news, my heart can't take it anymore. Who put this on here? Taron Egerton?
I put it on there. I saw this earlier this week. Taron Egerton of The Kingsman is set to replace Tom Hardy as Elton John in the Rocket Man biopic.
The biopic?
Yeah, biopic.
I always fucking do that too. I wish it was called biopic, honestly.
Biopic
sounds so
better.
stupid. No, biopic sounds stupid.
I said biopic.
Oh,
sounds
biopics.
better.
Yeah. Biopic sounds stupid.
So we're gonna go biopic.
Biopic.
All right.
It's two opics.
I think this is interesting because Tom Hardy is like the cream of the crop when it comes to acting these days, and Taron. I mean, I think he's really good.
I like Tom Hardy a lot. I don't see him as Elton John.
No, me neither.
Oh, right.
I love Tom Hardy. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I just don't know if Elton John's the way to go with him.
I see Taron Egerton more as Elton John than Tom Hardy.
But it's interesting that what's interesting about this piece of news is that Taron Egerton is in like a handful of movies.
Well, that's kind of great, right?
Replacing Tom Hardy. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's cool, and we know little about him, so we'll see kind of some acting chops come out here.
Yeah, see if he can sing.
Yeah.
Is what's his name? Rami Malek, is he still doing the Freddie Mercury biopic?
As far as I know, he was.
That's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that.
We're seeing a string of like 70s, 80s superstar biopics.
I need a Bowie biopic.
Who plays Bowie?
Me.
Yeah.
No.
Starman.
Who plays Bowie? That's a very good question. Dude, probably
Ansel
like,
Elgort.
Probably like no.
Dude, Sean, you took the words right out of my mouth.
You think so?
Ansel.
Maybe.
Ansel.
I'm gonna wait.
What?
Ansel, so hot right now.
Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton. Whoa. That'd be awesome.
That'd be pretty cool.
Okay. Did you see Casey Neistat caught wind of Oakjaw this week?
No. What do you have to say about it?
He would have been a thumbs up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, nice.
So me and Casey Neistat.
I fucking love Casey.
Disagree on.
Is that one of the we'll talk about this later. Is that one of the YouTubers you went down a big hole with?
No, actually.
Okay.
I subscribed, but I haven't gone down the hole with him. This sounds really.
All right. So anyway, Marvel I don't know if it was this week or last week, but they revealed that the 2019 Captain Marvel movie will be a period movie set in the 1990s featuring Nick Cage with two eyes.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Two eyes. And the Skrulls, which I did a little back research on. Apparently they're a very ancient, like, humanoid race. That they were fucking, like, when they were being, when they were going through evolutionary development, like, way back, like, they were saying, like, 10 million years ago, they were around when the celestial beings were around. So those are the figures that created the Infinity Stones.
Okay. Celestials were?
The Celestials. And so they experimented on some of the Skrulls, and they created like different. I didn't go that deep into it, but anyway. So this could be interesting because this could set up. Because this is going to be mainly it's going to be some on Earth, I assume, but also a lot in space because the Skrulls are from other in the Andromeda galaxy, and they are the ones who, over centuries and millennia, have been doing battle with the Kree. The Kree we saw the last Kree person we saw was in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, and that was Ronan the Accuser.
He was Kree?
He was Kree, yes. So that's interesting. I think it's really cool that it's going to be a 90s movie. I think that'll have a lot of charm to it.
Yeah.
So, and very excited to see what Nick Fury looks with two eyes. Also, I need more Fury. I haven't seen Nick Fury in a long time in a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Was he even in Civil War?
No, not at all.
We haven't seen him since Winter Soldier.
Yes, that is correct.
Huh.
So.
That's disappointing.
So, the next thing I have up on here is very exciting. So, the Bumblebee movie. This is going to be the first movie post Michael Bay doing Transformers. So anyway, Michael Bay's not doing one for a little bit, but this is going to be the first one. It's going to be set in the 1980s, 2 decades before he found Sam Witwicky in the first Transformers movie, and they just casted the lead. Do you know who it is, Adam?
I do.
And his name is John Cena!
That's right, it's John Cena.
John Cena's the lead?
And I'm fucking pumped up. And so they haven't announced what his role is, but let's be honest. If you sign John Cena to a movie, he's not going to be just a one-off character. I know he was in Trainwreck.
The first one announced.
What?
If he's the first one announced, then why wouldn't he be the lead?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's pretty sweet.
I think it's pretty awesome. What do you think, Sean?
I don't think I've seen one of these movies for like 6 years.
Well, this is going to be totally different. So,
maybe I'll give it a shot.
So Travis Knight directed this, or is directing this, and he's actually a movie club alumni.
Is he?
He did Kubo and the Two Strings.
Oh.
So a little bit different. It's not going to be stop motion animation.
That's interesting.
But, you know.
It should, though, right?
It should. It should. That's right. We talked about that.
He'll shout us out.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe Travis Knight listens to the podcast. Thanks for listening, Travis.
Thanks, Trav.
So, anyway, they don't really have many details other than it's going to be set in the 80s. It's going to be, I assume, allegedly starring John Cena. That's pretty fucking cool. I'm very excited about that. So that's it. Do you have anything you want to add, Adam, about Transformers?
No, that's it. I mean, I didn't see the Dark Knight or the Last Night, whatever the last one was.
The last one was the Last Night, and then there was
Transformers
Revenge of the Fallen, and then there was Dark of the Moon, and then I think I'm missing one because I have two of the same.
Yeah, just to give our viewers a visual, Matt's literally arm reach away from his desk of podcasting, pointing to these videos. They're literally the second closest movies to him behind The Hobbit. The Hobbit trilogy.
So it's funny because when I remember I was in Target one day, and so I have 4 Transformers, the Michael Bay DVDs, and there's been 4 movies. There's been 4. Yeah. There's been 5 movies. There's been 5.
There's been 5.
There's been 5 total?
Yeah. The last one that just came out was the 5th one.
Okay, yeah. So there's been 2 with Mark Wahlberg and 3 with Shia LaBeouf.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I actually bought 2 of the same one by mistake. I have 2 Revenge of the Fallen. So I have all 3 Sam Witwicky movies, but I don't have any of the Wahlberg movies. And they're right here, right behind my Hobbit special edition.
Yep, arms reach away.
And the animated Transformers movies from 1986. Okay, so anyway, so on Twitter this week, let's transition over. On Twitter this week, the Film Fam, all of our friends on Twitter, that do movie podcasts with like same as us, similar to us. It's pretty cool how they all do very different things with their podcasts than we do. Anyway, so Life of Films, it's actually a guy from the UK. He's like top 10 superhero films, and he had everybody on Twitter, whoever responded, rate them. I put my list. I'm not going to go through my list, but I'm going to read through the compiled list of what the top 10 consensus superhero movies was, and I'm going to see what you guys think about this.
So small sample size, Film Fam.
It was
final.
It was a pretty decent sample size.
Well, okay, yes.
It was.
But it's not like in the hundreds or whatever.
No,
but
so this isn't. Yes.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. It was. So this is just like from a strong film community on Twitter,
right,
and maybe a few stragglers as well, just like people that wanted to list their movies. So number 1, what do you guys think was number 1? I think you already know.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah,
so I could have told you that without it.
The Dark Knight came up at number 1. Yeah. Number 2 was Wonder Woman.
Very good movie. Wondering if it's recency bias. Go ahead.
Oh, I think it could be. I think some of these are definitely recency bias. Tied for 3rd, so 3 and 4, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and Avengers 1.
Okay.
I can agree. That those are somewhere up there. Number 5, Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Number 6 and 7, these are tied for 6 and 7. This is crazy to me. Spider-Man 2.
Okay.
Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock, and The Incredibles, the animated movie. I didn't think animated movies should have been included in this.
So you were thinking Marvel or DC? That was your bias.
Well, I mean, I would have allowed Unbreakable.
Okay, really?
Yeah, it's a superhero movie.
Why not animated?
I don't know.
I would say like Winter Soldier is more animated.
No, it's not more
than Unbreakable.
Yeah, CGI.
So animated.
I don't know. I don't know.
But they're literally superheroes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really like Incredibles.
Okay, we will talk about that.
Number 8 was Ant-Man.
Okay.
Number 9 was Iron Man.
Yeah.
I think that's way too low for Iron Man.
That's way too low for Iron Man.
And then at 10, it was a tie between 5. There was Batman, which I'm assuming they mean
Batman Begins?
No, I think that Michael Keaton.
Batman 89, yeah.
Yeah. Batman, Michael Keaton, and who directed it?
Tim Burton?
Yeah, Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Logan, Deadpool, Man of Steel, and Spider-Man Homecoming at number 10.
So, you going first, Adam?
You can go first, Sean.
All right. Dark Knight, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, a little too high for me. Guardians of the Galaxy Avengers, I can agree with. Okay? These are all things I would agree with, maybe within 1 or 2 spots of themselves. Then it starts to fall apart. Winter Soldier, I don't care. Not a Captain America guy. Spider-Man 2 is good. Incredibles should have been higher.
Really?
Love Incredibles.
Really?
Love
I don't like
Incredibles. Very good pick, in my opinion. Spider-Man 2 is good. Ant-Man is right around where I would have said. Iron Man should have been much higher. And then for number 10, what's this one right here?
Batman.
Batman 89.
Yeah, Batman 89. Logan, Deadpool, Man of Steel, and Homecoming.
Like, if I had to keep 2 of those, it would be Deadpool and Homecoming, but I still think Homecoming is like top 5 for me.
I loved Homecoming. I love Spider-Man
Homecoming is top 5 for me. Maybe it's recency bias. So I actually almost went on Twitter and did this myself, but I didn't want to like do it through our shared Twitter account and like become kind of like confusing. So I held back. But I definitely had an opinion on this, but that's pretty close to what I would do. Again, Winter Soldier drops off for me. Homecoming flies up the charts. So does Iron Man.
I did, so I'll read mine quick. I did The Dark Knight number 1, Winter Soldier, Wonder Woman, Batman v Superman was 4, and I was actually, after like 30 people had did it, I was the first person that put Batman v Superman in my top 10. Watchmen was number 5.
Watchmen would be on mine as well.
Guardians number 1 was 6. The first Avengers was number 7. Iron Man was 8, so not much higher than the other one. Spider-Man Homecoming. Honestly, I started listing all my top favorite ones, and I was like, fuck, Iron Man needs to be on there somewhere.
Yeah, I thought on it, yeah.
Iron Man, Homecoming, and then 10 was Ant-Man. I left off Logan and Deadpool because I really loved Wonder Woman, so it deserved a spot on this list. I really liked Logan and Deadpool, but I wanted to wait, I have to wait another, year before I see if it'll actually land on there. Because there's a lot of superhero movies coming out this year that I need to compare them to. Yeah. Deadpool and Logan are a whole new breed of superhero movie.
Well, they are, yeah.
They're the first rated R, well, I don't know if the first rated R ones, but they're they're a whole new class of superhero movie. Right. So I wanted to wait, but I put them in my honorable mentions.
Did we talk about this last week, about how the genre is going the way of Westerns?
No. I explained. I'm very curious.
Do we have time? I mean,
yeah, go for it.
Adam,
you
good?
Time.
You want to talk about this real quick? You want to talk
about... No, jump into that first.
All right. So, when you talk about movie genres and how they get overplayed, right? You think about maybe superhero movies, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of them. Like, how many more do we have this year?
There's Thor. There's Justice League. There's... I mean, to an extent, there's Star Wars.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the superhero movie, the question is, does it get played out? And, again, YouTube hole I fell down a couple weeks ago, Nerd Rider, he talks about this in one of his videos and how genres kind of go one of 4 different ways eventually. And I don't remember the 2 of them, but the 2 of them that I do remember have to do with Logan and Deadpool. Okay? One is, the hero becoming demythified. Demystification of the hero, right? Logan, maybe not as strong, maybe not as good. Spoiler alert, he dies.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's okay, he's not the Wolverine you once knew, yada, yada, in whatever form, okay? The other one is burlesque, parody, Deadpool, okay? These are kind of ways to take a quote-unquote overplayed genre and kind of bring them back into the scene.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
Deadpool, is there more... Can you think of a more parodied superhero movie?
Yeah.
I mean, he's literally like, here comes the superhero landing. Here comes the superhero landing.
Yeah.
Hey, do the superhero. He goes, oh, it's awesome. Bat on your back. Yeah. I mean, that's what Deadpool is. But that's basically what it is. I mean, you wouldn't have you wouldn't have started the genre out with a Deadpool movie, right?
No.
This is kind of like a second coming of the superhero movies between Logan and this. So it's interesting to see. The other two are, I mean, and basically what the video was comparing it to is Westerns. And, like, when you talk about the 60s, 70s spaghetti Westerns, like, you know, oh my God, John Wayne and a ton of Western movies, right?
Yeah.
Like, every Western movie.
Yeah.
Overdone. Everybody always made a Western movie. All of a sudden, you start seeing the breakdown of the genre, and you have, like, the demythification of a hero in True Grit, right? He's kind of not so much of a perfect hero. He's kind of a dick. He doesn't, you know, he's a little rusty. He's a little this. And then you have, like, the burlesque, the parody of the genre in Blazing Saddles.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So it's, like, really interesting to see genres like that get so popular and so, I don't want to say overdone, but overdone.
Yeah.
Kind of have this second wind.
So may I
Please
take a shot at this? Yeah. So there was a real big surgence, like in the '90s, of like really like kind of like ride the line of cheesy horror movies, and then Scary Movie comes out.
Burlesque,
right? Like,
yeah,
sure, right?
Absolutely,
something like that.
A little bit of parody going on. Yeah, no, absolutely, you're right. There's like Scream.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, I think that's totally true, and it's just a way of. I mean, it is part capitalizing on a popularity of a genre.
Yeah, just find a way to wring it out some more.
Exactly.
You know, to get a little more juice out of it.
Exactly.
Sure.
I can't remember it was burlesque, demythification, remythification, where they've already been demythified and then they become great again.
Oh yes.
You know what I mean?
I can totally. Oh man.
Like a new say Logan doesn't die.
Yeah.
But he sucks, and then like he comes back in the movie and he's back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's one more I can't remember, but anyways, it's really interesting. Nerd Rider, check him out. Really good video on that specifically, and others.
These are in no particular order, except the first one. My top 10 would be. My number one is The Dark Knight, and then in no particular order. I did this just quickly. Batman vs. Superman, Guardians, Iron Man, The Dark Knight Rises. Love that movie. Wonder Woman, the original Spider-Man, X-Men First Class,
yes,
Deadpool, and Winter Soldier.
X-Men First Class was on my short list of like runner-ups. Like it almost made the list.
Right, and I added two. The Avengers and the original Batman just missed for me.
Nice.
That's my list. I'm obviously I'm more of a DC guy. Actually, I'm pretty split, but you know, I there's so many, and I love them all so much. It's hard to choose. And I'm looking at like a Wikipedia list of American superhero movies. I see V for Vendetta on here. Love that fucking movie. I see Chronicle on here. Love that fucking movie.
Yeah, Chronicle's great.
We'll get to it in Just Watch, but I watched Watchmen for the first time this week.
Oh.
Really enjoyed it.
Actually, you want to just roll into it?
Yeah, let's roll. Hey, Adam, let's roll right into that.
Yeah, let's roll right into it. So, Matt, you want to hit the button?
Yes.
So what we're watching this week, I feel like I had a banner week as far as seeing things that I've never seen before. As I just mentioned, I watched The Watchmen for the first time. I watched it after I had read the graphic novel, which I also really enjoyed. The things that I liked about it the most were that some of the shots in the movie were panel for panel of the graphic novel. Back me up here, Matt.
So, no, yeah, absolutely. And that's interesting because you just recently read, like a few months ago, right? You read for the first time the graphic novel as well, right?
I read it about 6 months ago or so, 7 months ago.
So I did it absolutely is. There's like they're direct shots right from the comic. But what are you smiling at? Anyway, so that I did it the opposite way that you did though. I saw the movie and then I realized that it was a graphic novel, and that was the first graphic novel that I owned was Watchmen. I bought it and I read it, and I love Watchmen as the whole thing. I'm glad that it hasn't been like done again or any like continuations of it. But we do have, Adam, I know you and I are reading DC Comics right now, and there's some hinting at
oh yeah, it's gonna
Watchmen.
happen.
Yeah.
You know what's fun? Watching the movie, I could see it. You know what I mean?
Like
I
where
could
it would
see
fit in?
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see the rebirth fitting into it.
Yeah.
So I really like that. It was long.
Yeah, it is. I remember it being long, but Adam,
you can't make 2 movies out of it. It can't be 2 movies.
right? That's a good point. That's a really good point. But I just remember. I remember for some reason the thing that sticks out to me maybe the most in that movie. One of them is the opening sequence. It's like
when they're the photo of all the other heroes.
Yeah, or like, and just like the opening credits, kind of. If I remember correctly, maybe it's the closing credits. I can't remember, but I remember there being like this kind of like I think it was the opening credits. They're kind of like telling you what has been happening in the world to like get you into it without having to show it in the movie.
That's really well done.
They jumped through a lot in the opening credits, but it's done cleverly enough where they go back to it and hit bullet points from what they showed in the opening credits during the movie.
Well, they're setting you up. They're getting you in the world. I remember like watching that and be like, wow, this is awesome. I mean, when that movie came out, I loved it. It was long, but it wasn't long like at the time I walked out of Good Shepherd.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, don't. I don't know what fuck possessed me to see that in theaters, but 2 hours in, they're introducing new storylines, and I got up and I walked out of the movie. But anyways, it was. I mean, Watchmen. I loved Watchmen, so I'm happy you got to. I'm happy you got to see it, and I'm happy you liked it. Yeah,
visually, I'm upset I didn't see it in the theaters because it must have been amazing to see in theaters.
Yeah, probably. I didn't see it in theaters either.
The colors and whatnot.
Yeah, that definitely. But I think one of the things I liked most about it, and I'm noticing it as a pattern in my ability to watch superhero movies, and it's like they're flawed. Like they're all flawed in some way. I fucking hate perfect superheroes.
Yeah. It's so gritty and dark too. I just love the way it's done. I mean,
but it's Adam, like gritty and dark, but not like Batman vs Superman dark.
No, like there's no sun. Like there's no sun ever in Batman v Superman. The sun doesn't exist.
Yeah. Hey, what's the bad guy's name in that? Is it Ozymandias?
Ozymandias.
Ozymandias.
Yeah.
Did I just pronounce it wrong?
It sounded like you said his first name and last name.
Ozymandias.
No, it's Ozymandias. One. That's the name.
Is Ozymandias not a thing? Like ever in the world?
I don't know.
Like one word, Ozymandias. Matt's gonna type it in.
I think it's like
Ozymandias is
it's
a poem by Percy.
Oh, it's a poem. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. I think it actually has something to do with the book, but anyways. That's funny.
So anyway.
I also saw Atomic Blonde the other day, which I really liked.
I fucking forgot. How did I forget about that movie?
You saw it?
No. It's out?
Yeah, it's out.
Yeah, Sean, you'll really like it. There's a lot of strong female ass kicking in it, and the soundtrack is dope.
Is that a thing for me?
Sean loves.
Has that been devolved for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been broken down.
Adam, what did you?
It's like James McAvoy is great in it.
He is great in it.
I love the colors and the lighting in it. I was expecting sort of like female John Wick, just 2 hours of her kicking ass, but she kicked ass for most of the movie. But there was a lot of spy shit too, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah. What did you think? Did you have issues following the plot?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, you saw it too?
Yeah, I saw it at South by back in March.
Interesting. I'll have to see it.
It does get muddy, but and I'm glad you say that because I saw it with Jen and our friends Tim and Kelsey, and we all seem to agree that you lose the plot a little bit.
Yeah, totally.
But it doesn't. Like if I was rating it on Movie Club, it would be a thumbs up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would as well. I would do that as well. I would give it a thumbs up.
So that's definitely a highly recommend to see.
It just rode the line of like too difficult to understand where I just don't care, like Mulholland Drive, like
oh my god,
it was just so difficult to understand like in the time, and then Sean righted my course, but But this like rode the line of like I liked that it gave me something to really think about and like to actually like process the plot, and it wasn't spoon fed to me, But it was like it was right on that line. It could confuse
and it had enough
sometimes.
ass kicking and cool music to keep you invested.
Yeah, absolutely.
While you were trying to figure it out.
All right, no more spoilers for Atomic Blonde. Okay. Sean's putting his headphones back on. Good.
And I also saw the War for the Planet of the Apes, which I was psyched to see this to get another taste of Matt Reeves ahead of the Batman, and I really enjoyed it. It's very different than Rise and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes because there are substantially less human interaction, so there's not as much dialogue as the other ones. And a lot of it is like Caesar trying to right a personal wrong. I won't divulge anything else, but it was really good. Woody Harrelson was a psychopath. I'm trying to think what else. Andy Serkis is the greatest actor that nobody's ever seen. Without him, those movies don't happen.
Yeah, he's awesome. I really like Andy Serkis.
That's how you say his name?
Or Serkis? Andy Serkis?
I thought it was Serkis.
I thought it was Circus, but I thought that sounded great, funny anyway. So you could be right. I don't know. We're notorious. We're really good namesayers on this show.
Right. We really do our homework on this.
Yeah, no.
Gal Gadot, Harry Hole, Harry Hooley. What is it? Holy?
Holy. We got the names down.
So, Adam, is that it for you?
Yep, that's it for me.
This week I rewatched one of my a favorite of mine, The Killing Joke. It's the animated version of the classic and famous graphic novel of the same name. It's fantastic, and they do it really well. It was $9 on Amazon. And it shipped in literally a day.
I need to borrow that.
Dude, take it. Is it down here or is it upstairs? I don't know, but you can borrow it. It's awesome. And I also Newbury Comics at Providence Place Mall, which I frequent, is they're moving in the mall. They're going to a different location in the mall on the 3rd floor.
Oh, really?
And they had a 50%. At first, it was 25% off, and I was like, not really. I already get 20% off because I'm a comic subscription guy. So I was like, 5% more isn't going to make the needle move. But then they put up that it was 50% off everything in the store. So I fucking got over there as fast as I could with Arthur Ritchie, and we cleaned the place out. And I got a couple Gundam mangas. But one of the things I was very excited about that I wasn't going to buy full price, but I bought it because I'm excited for the movie that's coming out for it. We were talking about it, Infinity Gauntlet. It's the first book of 3 books that are going to be the basis of the movie that's coming out. I mean, there's going to be a lot of changes. There's a lot of heroes in it that haven't been introduced and that aren't going to be in the movies at all.
Right.
But I'm really interested to get to know Thanos a little bit before Infinity Wars. What were you going to say?
I just can't believe that they're so lazy they won't move their merchandise. They have to sell it to you.
Well, they're moving into a smaller space.
Oh, I
yeah,
get you.
They're moving into a small. So they had to get a lot.
Smaller.
What?
Smaller space?
Yeah, small. I mean, their space right now they have is pretty substantial for what kind of business they do. I think.
Kind of.
So
we gotta go to that new place. Not new place, but
Coco's. Yeah, that's Arthur Ritchie likes to go there. He goes there all the time.
I drive by it all the time. I need to
check
go
it out. I've never actually seen it. I know the name. I've never actually seen it though, or maybe I've driven by it and never really looked at it.
It used to be a Japanese. What are those small plants they have?
Oh, bonsai.
Bonsai place. Yeah.
Really? That's interesting.
2 years ago.
So got some 50% off of comics this week, and I watched The Killing Joke for the 10th time.
Yeah, I didn't watch anything.
Sweet.
Yeah, not much. Oh, and I've been watching Fargo, but it's been decent. So
Game of Thrones for me.
Game of Thrones, man. I mean, yeah, Game of Thrones as well.
I just moved into a house. I don't have any time. Next week.
That's what happens.
Yeah. So.
What about besides your, was it Nerd Writer? Nerd Writer?
Nerd Writer, yeah.
What other YouTubers are you watching right now?
Cinefix.
Yes, Cinefix.
They do a lot of good top 10 feds.
Yeah.
Well done. Production value is good. Wisecrack. They do a lot of philosophy of, so example, philosophy of Daenerys Targaryen, or philosophy of Deckard, or philosophy of...
It's fiction characters?
Yeah, but not always.
Okay.
And they have a lot of other things. They have this really funny, I don't know, it's like thug movie descriptions.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it.
I'll
Some
check it
guy
out.
goes up there and he's like trying to tell you about this movie, but it's just like fuck that.
What's it called again? What's the channel called?
Wisecrack.
Wisecrack.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 3 good ones that I'm really into.
Nice. I'm like forever fucking scanning YouTube. Like when I get on YouTube, it goes awry.
Yeah.
Really fast.
Yeah.
So, but it's fucking awesome. I love how people like you can go on YouTube and literally find how to do anything.
It's YouTube University.
It's unbelievable.
YouTube
to me.
University.
It really is.
It's
like
crazy.
it really is that I know so many things because of YouTube. That sounds crazy, and I really appreciate the people who take time into making these videos. So detailed.
I was looking the other day how to use liquid sander on refurbished furniture. 50,000 views.
Dude, the maker community on YouTube is massive. If you want some good home, like if you want to make some furniture for your house, you should check out Shane Colin. Okay. He's a woodworker from Australia, and the other one is I Like to Make Stuff. He does everything from like tech stuff to like house like furniture. Yeah. His name's Bob Claggett, and he does a ton of shit. But his channel's also called I Like to Make Stuff, and it's very polished, and he makes good videos. Yeah. So anyway, I think that's it for this week, guys. Adam, you got anything you want to add?
Nope, I'm all set.
All right, guys. That's it for Make Movies Great Again, where we are destroying cynicism in the box office. And remember,
you're a wizard, Ari.
See you guys next week. Sean went to go take a piss.